And Trey keeps it love positive from a distance. So I appreciate that too.
Locked down. I got you, baby.
Forever. So
You need some positivity in your life.
Y'all
Everybody,
both
no, I'm
provide
talking about everybody needs positivity
Absolutely.
in their life. Like, fuck that shit.
y'all both provide that for me. Paul sometimes. And with that being said, welcome to episode 9 of the Maybe It's Me podcast. It's your boy, Nick. Across to my diagonal is my dog, Devon.
Yes, sir.
And as you can tell, we have a new person in the hot seat. His name is Tre, a.k.a. the Sleepwalker. We discussed Tre in episode 3, I believe, 3 or 4. Tre is my childhood best friend. I've known him since 7th grade. We go back, like way back, like 4Ds on a Cadillac.
I thought it was 4 flats on the Cadillac.
I don't know. I fuck that up all the time, honestly. I just like the way it sounds. Like with
Way
Ds.
back in the time.
Facts. And then, of course, the man behind all of this, making it happen. Paul, how are we, sir?
How's it going, guys?
It's going smooth. It's going smooth. Yeah, welcome, Tre. Tre, how you feeling, bud?
Doing well. You already know I'm nervous. I'm not a public speaker, and I'm socially awkward nowadays because being in Alaska, just been isolated, haven't talked to nobody.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Bad grammar. Haven't talked to anybody except at work and then at home. So
Yeah. So,
here I am.
insight. I mentioned already, Tre is my best friend. We've known each other for a very long time now. I think we were just talking about the years. About like 2006 we met. Did the whole middle school thing together, high school thing together, and then been boys ever since. If you knew us in middle school or high school, we were probably always around each other or well connected. But yeah, for background on Tre, he is in the military. Thank you for your service, sir. Always, for real. That's a very big and honorable thing. You signed a line that a lot of people don't, like myself, and you know that. And so I appreciate that. He also graduated from West Point. He's done tours in Afghanistan. All right. Yep. And now he's back. He's an officer in the Army, and he sits in the rank of captain. On his way to major, baby.
Captain, but I don't be capping. So, all right, let's go. I'm telling you.
So, Tre, like ourselves, he's a married man. He's got 3 children, 3 beautiful children. Damn, that's crazy.
2 out of 3, yes, are very beautiful.
Damn.
Oh,
He's selective apparently.
Now.
But nah, man, appreciate you being on. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Flew in Friday, early as heck in the morning.
You can cuss.
All right. Flew in super early. Me and my wife, we were still a little tipsy. The flight attendants were throwing drinks at us, and we just had a lot of anxiety flying with 2 kids on the plane. And they were trying to ease that. Luckily, the kids didn't like fuss too much over there. So, but right now, doing well. Splitting time between my wife's family and then my family next week. So, trying to see everybody that we can in that time.
Yeah, it's challenging. It always is. But I'm glad that you're here. I'm very happy to see you. It's been a long time, obviously. Getting to rekindle our friendship, obviously, and just catch up, but also introduce our children because some of our children haven't met each other. Yeah, so that's been a dope thing. Devon, how we been, sir?
I've been fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's good because I said we needed to bring some positivity from the last podcast because we were choosing violence.
Yeah, no, I've had my inner zen checked out and I've come to one with myself. I'm good.
Wore the right shirt and everything.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yes,
yeah.
sir. Yeah, baby. Paul, how we been? How's our week going? How's our last week?
You know, we started off a little, not too great, feeling a little sick.
Yeah.
But, starting to feel better.
All right.
Everything's going good.
Good. I like to hear that. That's what I'm talking about. So in recording, we were talking about Paul and his vacation. We're still kind of early in that process. We went ahead and pre-recorded this before his vacation takes place, so we still don't have the news on that. But we are looking for me and Devon for the most part are looking forward to hearing some good news on the next episode.
Where's he going? Where are you going, Paul?
Do you want to announce that, Paul, or you want to say
Michael P. Jordan? The piece for Paul.
So this is my first solo trip. So when I think of vacationing, the first thing that came to mind was Orlando, just from previous trips I've been on with family, going to Universal and Disney World. So that's where I'll be going.
Solo too.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Tre been together and we had a blast.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That was great.
Yeah.
A lot of attractions to do over there. And I think the fact that you're doing that on your own, man, you're going to have a really good time.
So trying to transitioning last week's goal into this big final
that big final send off.
Yeah.
And for the record, good segue, Paul. Goals. Paul's the only one
Pause it.
to successfully hit his April goals. I had my rant last week, but I tell you what, I'm back, and I finally worked out. I sent some proof and evidence
Sure did.
to Devon and showed him like, hey man, I'm serious. I'm trying to get back at it because I was looking rough, and I told you I ain't been on my beach trip yet, but I didn't want to even set myself up for any type of insecurity. So I'm on it. I've worked out already. I'm a little sore, but we back.
I don't know what insecurities this man has after
Stop
seeing that
it.
picture. I really don't. Paul, I know he didn't send it to you, but good Lord.
Is that the one with the 6-pack up there?
The 6-pack, man.
That's crazy. Y'all sharing my business like this.
Was it that just a quick flex, though, and I'm over here struggling? He's got a good workout. And I'm like, you have a 6-pack? And you talking about you don't work out? That's crazy.
Some days he'll be feeling himself and be like, oh, this shirt's feeling a little tight.
Other days I'll be insecure like a motherfucker, boy.
And some days he's like, Paul, I don't got it right now.
It's my
That's
swagger,
it's
dog.
that humbleness. We all go through that shit, though. We all got insecurities. Everybody's got that shit.
No, for sure.
The fact that you've been avoiding the dad bod for a minute is, amazing to me because since I've been here, bruh, I hope y'all don't see that on camera. It's my wife and her family's just been feeding me way too much.
Hispanic culture. They make sure the man in the house is fed, boy.
My favorite. I'm not even gonna lie.
They always take care of them. That's awesome, bro. What have you ate so far since you've been back in the city?
Man, so far we had Mod's Pizza, which we don't. These are all the places. So we had three objectives whenever we came here. It was to spend time with family and close friends, eat at all the places that we don't have over there in Alaska, and to be on demon time. Mommy and daddy time.
Jesus,
Bro, we need a date. We need a date, to be honest. But yeah, as far as all the places that we've ate so far, we had Mod's Pizza, Wingstop, bro. We went stupid right there.
It's wild because he's naming like franchises
Franchises
and
and
stuff.
stuff, yeah.
But they don't have
They don't got that in Alaska. I get it. I
What do you
understand.
have in Alaska?
So we got like a Sonic.
no.
These are like fast food joints.
Wait, oh no, what?
Sonic's like bottom tier fast food.
Yeah.
You don't set Devin in a movie, boy.
That's
'Cause it
crazy,
Don't,
bro.
don't
Like
let
if
him.
you're getting anything other than like ice cream or dessert from there, it's trash.
Do not say the Golden Arches because he will lose his
Oh
mind.
yeah, that's crazy, Paul. You don't get over here. You don't get this good looking not eating. Okay, so my boy, Sonic is fire.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the Sonic over there
I'm
in
sure.
Fairbanks, it's closed like, I don't know, 30 days out of the month.
Really? Yeah.
So
Do
you
they
got
just
that
not
one
have
day maybe.
things or?
So yeah, so we got Sonic, we got Burger King, we got Charlie's Grilled Subs, McDonald's, Papa John's.
You said Popeyes too, right?
Yeah, Popeyes, Subway, like, bro, that's about it. We got
So-
some off-brand mom and pop shops, but they're not that good.
So is it pretty much like the standard stuff you have on every military base?
Yeah, for the most part. And I would say, like, just the geographic area of Fairbanks around Fort Wainwright, it's probably smaller than Seguin. At least that's what my wife said.
Yeah.
And it's just like 2 roads. Like, you got Airport Way and whatever, I forgot the other one. But yeah, it's super small, low population. And yeah, they don't drive crazy like they do over here.
Because they ain't driving. y'all in that darkness of the tundra.
Dude, whenever the streets get like super icy and stuff, I'm talking like, I'm super thankful that I haven't hit a car yet because I'd be swerving.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
And it's in, so, I mean, like he's in, you said 90 days of night?
No, it's about like 8 months out of the year. It's either like super cold. I'm talking like negative 50, negative 40.
Yeah.
That's almost incomprehensible whenever you're from San Antonio.
All right.
So, I mean, and
Couldn't
then
find me in it.
No, it's fucking crazy. And then yeah, it's like 8 months of darkness as well. So it's not like complete darkness, but I think the winter solstice is around December 30th.
Yeah.
Where it's like the darkest period. And then summer solstice where it's like the brightest. It's like, I don't know, almost 24 hours of daylight, 23 or something like that. Sometime in like the summer, maybe July. So
Damn.
and that's fucking annoying sometimes because in the dark periods, you have to be popping vitamin D.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even going into the summer times, you got to make sure you got the blind curtains or whatever, the blackout curtains.
I'll be walking out looking like Edward from Twilight, boy.
But I wouldn't even want to know how I would look. I would look awful.
Glistening. Yeah, no, and then I mean, it just throws off your whole like sleep schedule.
Absolutely.
I don't
your
know how you
circadian
do
rhythm.
because like here you know when that winter start to hit here, I ain't gonna lie, it affect me sometimes. Like
You be
that,
going into hibernation?
I'll be getting that like that seasonal. I don't want to call it depression or whatever you want to call it, but if I had to deal with that shit for 24 hours for 8 months, no, absolutely not.
Yeah,
It's tough up there for sure.
I do like it when it's like sunlight though, like that. That's how it was in Greece. It'd be 4:30 in the morning. It's bright. I'm like, what are we doing?
Damn.
We was on a little like I don't say a yacht thing, but we were on like a little yacht doing the sunset. The sunset was like 11:30 at night. It was crazy.
Losing my mind.
Yeah.
Makes you stay up a lot later
No,
too
it
than
does.
you normally would.
But I liked it though. It was cool.
That's tight. That's tight. Well, like we were talking about as well, goals. Just to kind of cap that off, because Trey does want to involve himself in this. We are starting a new month. Today is the 1st, actually, boys. So we're going to get into our May goals. All right. I can start easily because I'm running my shit back. I told you I failed too hard to not avenge myself.
Is this the month?
What was it 3?
This is the month I'm back. 3 times a week, I'm on it. I promise
cut that down to 2.
No, I'm on it. I'm already 1 done for the week.
Does this mean that when I come over, you'll agree to do the workout this
fuck
time?
it. Let's go.
Trey, let me tell you. I said I'm gonna help him when we go and do a little thing like we did yesterday. We'll work out at his house. What I did, I came the first time ready to go. The boy said, I'm not working out. And it's like, all we had to do was walk 10 steps to the garage. I'm not doing it. That's crazy.
That'd be a great brainstorming session. Just like get that workout in, get the juices.
That's what he
flowing.
wanted to do, but I told you I was dodging that shit like the Matrix. I was out of it, bro. My mental was messed up.
No, it's good. It's good that you're in it. So 3 times a week.
3 times a week.
You can do that.
I'm
And you've
on
already done 1 time this week already.
Yep,
from
1
yesterday.
down.
What was your workout?
It was quick, bro. Don't be.
I got
I
Wait,
sweat.
somebody, it only counts as workout if you sweat at least.
Yeah, I was gonna say I sweat. I did a couple rounds of some push-ups.
Oh, you told me.
Some curls, triceps, mixed with a bunch of stuff. I'm closing my eyes and shit, trying to remember. And then I know I hit the bench. I always start off with the bench. It just kind of gets the mojo, the testosterone going, I guess. So it was a bunch of that. But like I said last time when I started in April, it'll definitely be cardio based. Like I'm a runner by heart. I've always have been. So
Yeah, you got that air assault bike in there. You got that. Is it a Peloton?
yep,
Yeah.
got a Peloton.
Do you have a rower?
Counting my shit up.
I'm thinking about the workouts that I'm gonna get in with you. Before
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, set up a circuit or something.
Let's do it.
All right, we gonna get it. Look, y'all making me not want to do this shit no more. That's I'm just playing. Devin, I'll go to you, bro. What's our May goal?
May goal. I'm gonna read this book. I found this book I'm gonna read.
Bet.
Laws of Human Nature.
Ooh,
I don't know. Have you read it?
yeah, I've
You
heard.
read
Yeah,
I'm right. I've already started it. I'm trying to that's gonna be my whole goal. I want to read that, see how much I can learn.
I feel like it'll help for sure.
Sometimes it's supposed to be like a self-development book. We'll see. Like I said, need to work on my inner self.
What's the theme about it?
First of all, I've only started, like I said, started yesterday. It's like chapter 1's about narcissism.
It should hit everybody right in the fucking face.
It did kind of be like I told you that everybody's narcissistic. It just depends on what scale you are. And I was like, you know what? Now I think about it, I could probably be
Everybody has a
narcissistic
little bit
one
of
time.
narcissism
Yeah,
in them.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So
A sense of self-importance, and like sometimes it's not always about you.
facts. No, 100%. So I was like learned that, and I was like, I've already started thinking like, I have to like, okay, I get that. I did not. It opened up some things. Just chapter 1 didn't. I was like,
I'll be trying to tell Paul to read the book I've been asking him to read, but he don't want to.
what book?
Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. It's like my favorite. It changed my life. That book changed my life for sure.
Nick swears I have the biggest ego.
I think he has a big one.
Pause ego.
I have a gigantic ego, but that book.
I believe that one. About Paul, I don't know.
Okay.
How does Paul have ego? If that's the ego, that's the most private ego I've ever seen
I'm
in my
just
life.
saying, once you read that book, you start to understand that like ego is in a lot of things and interactions, and it's not like ego. Everybody likes to confuse like confidence or like very like strong approach to like, oh, you have a strong ego. Like, no, bro, like ego can just be getting defensive about anything. That's your
For
ego
sure,
speaking
yeah,
up. Like people get that shit confused all the time, and like that's why we're trying to explain to Paul, like, just because you don't stand like in confidence
point,
doesn't mean
yeah.
you're not egotistical. Like if you stand in like, oh, first of all, you can't sit there and say when somebody's confronting you about having an ego and you're like, I don't have an ego, you do. It's like, bro,
You just
that's your ego.
Yeah,
like,
proving my point.
Yeah.
so
Okay.
Paul, you don't have that big of an ego, I guess.
I assume, Paul, your main goal is not to read Ego by Ryan. What was his name? Holiday.
Ryan Holiday. Ego is the enemy by Ryan Holiday.
That's not the main one, but
He ain't gonna do it.
What's your main goal?
so my main goal. So I'm done with caffeine. No coffee, no energy drink. So
That's a big one, bro. It's hard.
ever since I started working and going to school, like 4 years ago, I would just be relying on like an energy drink or coffee, like maybe before work to wake up and then after to like do schoolwork.
Really?
But now that I'm,
Bro, he would go to school till like 11 at night, 12 at
I
night.
had night classes.
I don't know, I just learned that I'm like different than everybody. I don't drink caffeine.
That was my one vice, probably.
Like I don't have it.
I will say, like, a lot of people don't. Like,
I just wake up, drink water, and go about my day.
a lot of people that I know do that. But coffee to me started as like a therapy. Like I told you, like, I'm a coffee sipper. But I mean, obviously, like, when I do that, my caffeine intake's going to be out of whack because you're drinking coffee nonstop. Like, I used to drink 3 to 4 cups of coffee a day.
Jesus.
And so, like, it wasn't on, like, giving me energy. Like, my caffeine intake has been always weird. Like, I used to be able to drink a bang and go to sleep, like, in the same hour.
Yeah, no, that's
So
that's
my
crazy.
caffeine has always been, like, really out of whack. And so when I drank coffee, like, I never really felt a kick. Like, unless it was, like, an espresso, like a double shot, triple shot espresso thing. Like, but for the most part, I just drink coffee just because it's, like, therapeutic. It gets me in a good mental.
Yeah, Paul, I would say I think that's a good goal for sure because me and my wife, we drink caffeine, like I'm talking 300 milligrams, like at, I don't know, 1700, 5 o'clock p.m.
It's like I'm over here doing the math in my head, man. What he's talking about?
At the 12 hours. But yeah, we drink that like, you know, in the evening time just to stay awake later and spend more time together. But yeah, no, I drink that heavy stuff. So.
Yeah, and I kind of found myself doing that exact same thing, but I was like, and Nick would say it all the time, like, what do you need that caffeine for?
Yeah.
What are you going home and doing that needs that? So,
Yeah, I was just trying to encourage him, like, you know, going overboard in caffeine. And Paul knows this, and, like, I think I told this to both y'all off camera, but, like, I had, like, heart issues from drinking energy drinks.
Yeah.
And I had to go, like, get checked out because, like, that shit was fucking me up. And I think it's, like, honestly messed up my thyroid and a lot of stuff. So, like, health issue-wise, like, it ain't nothing, like, stupid serious right now,
Yeah,
but, like,
but
it is a
it
big
was
deal
gonna-
that it was messing me up.
Look up angina.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're talking about that too. Like, it's definitely, like, energy drinks are obviously, Devin, you don't really have a concern for because you don't do it, but it is a big deal.
No.
And like a lot of people around our age groups, like, they do
Oh,
nothing but
I
drink
know people
energy
that
drinks.
drink
Like,
tons of them things.
like
I just don't
crazy.
get it. I've had an energy drink one time. That shit made me feel like I was about to fly in space.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. It made me jittery.
but you do pre-workout too, right? Or no? No, I thought you said you
pre-workout.
took pre-workout.
No, I used to like do pre-workout, but I got high blood pressure, so I just don't do anything that raises it. And I still got high
Oh,
blood
yeah.
pressure.
So I've been trying to encourage Paul, but I'm glad he's making this a goal because it is a big deal. To, like,
So are you quitting cold turkey or you cutting back?
Yeah, because you can get headaches. If
I'm about to say you can do the
so
caffeine
like this
headaches
past
I've been
week
hearing
where
about.
I've been complaining about having headaches and stuff, that's because I like completely cut it out. So my head been hurting and a bunch of other problems. But today's like the first day I'm like, okay, everything feels back to normal. I actually felt like I had energy going through the day. Like this morning, I usually wake up groggy. Like I need caffeine to get my day going. It was like the first morning I was in that morning meeting. And I was like, okay, I feel normal. Like I have an energy drink, but I didn't drink anything.
I will say I try to balance it out. Like I try to be awake before like 2 to 3 hours before I drink coffee. Like I try my best to balance it, but like I said, coffee to me, like it does wake me up obviously, but at the same time, like it's more like it just puts me in like a good checkpoint of like where I need to be. Like I have a coffee, like I mean I'm drinking a coffee right now. It's like 7 at night. Like
I just drank 200 milligrams, one of them clean rains. Trying to make excuses for bad habits.
let's shout out Paul and then Trey, of course, joining us.
Yeah.
What you got?
So my goal for the month of May is, so about a year and a half ago, me and my wife, we bought a 10-man tent.
Yep.
With the intent to go and camp and blah, blah,
What
blah.
you did there?
Yeah. But we never got it out of the box. It's still in the garage, year and a half later. So right now, goal for May is to at least set it up in the backyard. That's small wins, honestly.
100%.
And then also hopefully to actually go to Denali, which is one of the, I think it's a national forest, but go hiking, which we love to do. I got like this little backpack for TJ, and then Mario will probably like baby wear Mason. So go hiking and then camp out there for like overnight or something. Maybe
That'd be
a
so
weekend.
dope,
be dope.
bro.
Yeah.
So dope.
I mean, luckily,
I'd never do it, but that'd be so dope.
Why not?
Taylor stays trying to get me to go out there. I'm just not with it no more.
what? Because the bugs or the animals?
Yeah, I'm just not.
Have you never gone camping?
I have when I was younger and stuff, but nowadays I'm just first world.
Oh, you got
I've seen I have too many luxuries.
Yeah,
in
I
my
got,
life.
I
I'm
got
not doing
to.
it.
Yeah,
you got a bow and arrow in your garage.
I mean,
go
yeah,
hunting?
I hunt and stuff. Yeah, like I'm in the woods, like, but it don't mean I want to stay out there for 24 hours.
I mean, visits and then leaves
Yeah,
immediately.
like bro, I'm trying to get what I need to eat and get out. But no, I mean, I would honestly, I would, but
You said it's a 10-man tent?
Yeah, that the purpose behind that was because we got like another couple friend over there. They're like further south in Anchorage, which is like 6-7 hours away, and they got like 5 kids. So
What season do you plan on doing this in?
this month.
Okay.
Yeah,
I guess,
we're not doing it.
That's, boy,
this is like one of their best months.
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say, boy, you wouldn't catch me out there in no negative 40-degree weather. I promise you that.
No. Yeah, we got like
Man,
May,
I said, hang
June,
on.
July.
Do you got to go to work at that time? Like when it's negative 40, you got to wake up and go to,
That's insane. I'm like the SpongeBob on the Krusty Krab pizza episode. Like, bro, it's very windy and cold. Your hand, you have to like
That's
they give you
wild.
certain gear to wear. Like, and if you caught not wearing that gear, you can get in trouble because you can get a cold weather injury like chilblains or frostbite and stuff like that.
Bro, they were doing a freaking class where he had to take a plunge into the water.
Oh yeah, the polar plunge. That was fun. I was actually on leave then, so I didn't have to go do it, but I just wanted.
You did it with your company, right?
Yeah, I just wanted to do it for the experience. I didn't have to do it. Like
Walk our listeners through kind of what happened.
You know I'm bad at stories. So like there's a whole bunch of tents set up, and basically they'll march you to like your designated tent. There's 10 people on one side of that tent and then 10 people on the other side. They gave you a packing list of what you got to bring. So you got your gear that you're wearing there, and then you got your gear packed in your rucksack that you're going to have to change out of or into whenever you get back. So the first line, they'll like be like, all right, let's go. They'll march you out. They'll stage you at this one specific location with cones, and then you have to like run, let's say, I don't know, I don't do math, 400 meters.
Yeah.
And then you get to, there's a whole bunch of like cutouts of like squares in this lake. And you line up. So like out of those 10 people, there's 10 cutouts. And then they'll give you like these ski poles for you to hold on to. And then they'll put this harness on you. They give you like specific instructions. They'll walk you up to they don't even walk you up there. They'll be like, all right, walk forward. Like you're not supposed to like stop yourself, like just keep walking. So like me, I keep my eyes on the horizon.
Yeah.
And just like keep moving. Cause some people, they'll walk up to it and be like, just like be scared. But yeah, you just like walk forward straight and then you're
Dive
like,
into the lake.
Yeah. You're down in there and I don't know. You saw the video.
Yeah,
right?
you had to get out.
Boy,
yeah.
I was scraping and scrambling.
So
Daddy.
like he literally like I mean think of like all the Arctic movies where like people fall into the lake and crack, like they had those cut out, and in the video like Tre's basically walking and like falls in, but like no personnel is helping him get up, so he's literally like trying to get up like he's getting out of a pool and press up, but like it's on ice and he's freezing, so like he's slipping back into the water, like it's some life or death like fear
and
coming in.
The purpose of the harness is so you don't like go under the water or under the
current,
lake.
yeah.
And
let me ask you this: what is the purpose of this exercise?
it's to build grit. So
you got it, boss.
It's to
You
build.
got it.
It's to build grit, and so like my unit is Arctic Wolves, and the premise behind our unit is just like being able to do hard things that other units don't do, like being in the Arctic. Like, dude, I don't want to be there. Like, but just being in that element, in that environment, it's supposed to build like this gritty attitude. Like you can just like overcome and just persevere, not stop at the fucking smallest inconvenience, like just keep pushing forward. So, and plus it's like building unit cohesion. So you're doing that with your company and your team.
What's crazy is in my head, I have daily battles in my head that I need to do this, like be like this, because I know it like makes you mentally fucking tough. You know what I'm saying? But I just can't put myself through that, bro.
So it's kind of weird. Like I don't think
I know what the benefits of that's gonna do for me. You know,
I guess it's not weird, but like he's done this his whole military career. So like fun facts about Tre, like you got. He's airborne. He's airborne for like no. I told him you're airborne for no reason. He just did it because like it's he's just like I want to.
Well, you get the badge.
I want to. I want to push myself is basically what he said. So he basically went to the training, jumped out the plane with the whatever
Yeah, you got
100th and whatever division you are.
And you weren't part of this division? Like, you just did this just because?
No, you can. Yeah, so you can. A lot of people that like you, if you're going to Ranger school, you have to be airborne qualified, or if you're going to a specific unit that is an airborne unit, you have to be like airborne qualified. For me, it was just more about like doing something that it was uncomfortable, because like once you start pushing yourself and like getting out of your comfort zone, shout out Paul. Then that's when you start to grow, in my mind.
No, for sure, facts. 100%. I love that. But I didn't realize I was speaking to David Goggins Jr.
Bro, and
like,
so
for real,
so the worst one he's done is his EFMB badge, which is like a really prestigious medical badge that he has. Like, I'm not trying to glaze you because you know me, but I mean, at the same time, I'm gonna give you your flowers. Where you do push yourself hard, but like really just walked him through what the tests you had to go through on the EFMB badge was. First of all, he did it in like 110-degree day.
Well, the EFMB, so I enlisted in 2010, right after we graduated high school. By the time it was 2011, 2012, had already gone through like your individual training that you had to do, got to my unit. And yeah, the expert field medical badge is something it's prestigious in the medical community, but not so much like other branches or other MOSs. They don't give a fuck about that. But a main reason that I want to do it is because both my parents had tried to do it when they were enlisted. So my mom and dad, they were medical MOSs. They both tried. I think my dad tried once, he didn't get it. My mom tried twice, she didn't get it. So like trying to break that barrier and push myself, and like I got it. I was a first time go. I got it. There's 3 lanes. One's like a medical lane where you got to like treat a casualty. Man, this is like a while ago.
Yeah,
so
it was a long time ago.
So excuse me if I fuck it up, but there's a medical lane where you just treat a casualty, you triage them. You do a whole bunch of stuff. The second one is like maybe patient evac or evacuation. So loading them up in a certain military vehicle or dragging them to a location and performing first aid or whatever. And the third one is like weapons, moving under fire, calling up a 9-line, using a radio, that kind of stuff. And then also you have like a day and night land navigation course. So you go out during the day, find X amount of points. You have to learn how to fucking read a map and then plot your points. You got to plot your route, look at the terrain features and blah, blah, blah. And
Devin's not feeling it at all.
And then in the night, you have to do that as well, but under a red lens.
All dying over here.
I'm sorry.
No. Devin doing, he's going.
It's respect, bro. Like, trust me. I just, you over here plotting like Lewis and Clark plant. Like,
so like he had a crazy rucksack, if I'm not mistaken, at the end of it, right? Like, what did you do at the end?
You have to do a 12-mile ruck, and like the Army standard is like do 12 miles in 3 hours or less. So if you come in at like 3 hours and 1 minute, you didn't make it. Yeah, and that's at the very end. So like, in my mind, you better push yourself real hard because you just went through all these like lanes. You just went through day and night land nav. Now
it's like a 2-day thing, like 2 to 3 days, or
you got like 2 weeks. So the first week is the the standardization where like you got people in black hats like that have their badge holders and they're teaching you like, hey, this is the stuff we're looking for. You go through the task condition standards, blah blah blah. Like it's really EFMB, EIB, and I forgot the other one, ESB. Those are all like test taking badges.
Yeah.
And if you know how to follow instructions, like, and just like do the muscle memory, like read the line verbatim, and then you like perform the action, like it's super easy. Like I was studying hard as shit. Like I was fucking waking up saying shit in my mind, like out, like sleepwalking basically. But I was sleep talking at this point. Yeah. Like I studied so hard. Like I almost started having nightmares of like, blah, 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 blah. Like, oh yeah. Yeah, it was just
so he says all this to obviously say like he enjoys thoroughly pushing himself past the boundaries of like where either his family history has been, but also just like in growing up. I mean, there was a lot of things that you were a military brat yourself, so you were a little, I don't want to say sheltered, but you were also just like structured, way more structured than my stupid ass. But like you realizing that you wanted to kind of push past the things that you were sheltered on. Like you didn't really get to play sports all that much because you were moving around all the time, things like that. So I think you've used your adult life to really try and push the boundaries, and it's a good, obvious platform for your children too. Like, one cool thing, I mean, obviously he went to West Point. The fun fact about Tre is he graduated from West Point at a later age. It's not to say that he failed or anything, but he was in the military. He was prior enlisted before he got accepted to West Point. So what typically happens is West Point's a college. So
Yeah.
when you're a senior, you're usually going to West Point. Trey was 2 years into the military, if I'm not mistaken.
four. Yeah,
four years into the military already. So he's coming in as a freshman with 18-year-olds,
Yeah.
and he's 22. You know what I mean? And so it was a really weird time from him.
Dynamic,
But like,
Yeah, and the weird thing I would say is like whenever you first get to West Point, so I had to go to the prep school because my scores were dookie, and I had to retake the SATs and all that stuff. And then once I finished the prep school, got admitted. Like you said, normally people are direct admit, so you apply to West Point, only a certain percentage gets in. But prior service people, they have a higher likelihood of getting accepted. So once I got accepted, you got like cadets, junior cadets. So you got plebe, and this is equivalent to like high school or whatever. So you got like plebe, which is a freshman. You got yuck, which is a sophomore. Then you got cal, which is a junior, and then you got firstie, which is a senior. So the upper two classes, firstie and cal, those firsties and cals, they're like basically the ones telling you what to do. Like, hey, step up to my line, not over my line, blah, blah, blah. And you got to, report and do
take
all
that
this
shit
stuff.
like stupid serious.
Oh, I
bro.
believe it.
So these 22-year-olds, they're over here telling you what to do, and they haven't been in the military,
Yeah.
but there's
That's a different perspective.
it's kind of like that peer leadership.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, you just
It's
have to
humbling yourself to like get like,
yeah, you got to simmer down now. Yeah, you might have been in the military, but now you're in a very rigid environment where they're like telling you what to do, and you just got to kind of, check
It was
your,
dope,
check your
though,
ego.
man.
It's like, all right, man.
it was a dope thing. Like I obviously tell the
yeah,
story of like
everything.
West Point, man. Like West Point's like obviously it's very historic. Like it's been around since
1802.
Yeah. So, and they take that shit like it's Hogwarts, bro, for real. Like it's a beautiful castle. Like it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a really, really cool place to just like go tour. Like a lot of people just go do that shit for fun. But I went to go up there and see him graduate. But before that, I was there his freshman year. I believe it was freshman or sophomore year. Yeah. We hung out up there.
It was plebe year. It was like February or something like that, so it was super cold. You told the story, I think, in one of your first
Yeah,
podcasts,
when I was walking through the fucking Arctic tundra.
Yeah.
And I'd never do that shit again. But
Yeah, I have a lot of pride for West Point. I know a lot of people that whenever they graduate, they'll leave and they'll be like, yeah, I don't want to see West Point in my rear view mirror or anything like that. Like, bro, as shitty as it was a very like character building experience for me.
I believe that, yeah.
It was super great. And I would honestly go back and be an instructor or be a TAC officer to mentor like other cadets, stuff like that. So yeah, it was good. Great
So
experience.
did your prior experience help you at West Point?
Yeah, I would say it did as far as like the discipline. It helped me, but then it also hurt me because I'll start with the help. It helped me because I kind of knew what the military expected of me. That was my third basic training at that point. Whenever I enlisted in 2010.
You had to go through it 3 times?
Yeah, so whenever I first enlisted, basic training, and then when I went to the prep school, there's like a CCBT, cadet candidate basic training, and then CBT once I go, not cognitive behavioral therapy, but CBT, that's where my mind goes. CBT, which is cadet basic training. So I went through like 3 different basic trainings, and at that point, it's like, bro, like I got it.
You've been through this.
It's a lot easier to like maybe stand out from the people that have no military background. But yeah, I already knew like the structure, the discipline, all that kind of stuff. So it was easier for me to adapt to that environment.
Devin ain't feeling none of this structure.
Yeah, sorry.
No, trust
he's
me.
impressed by it, but I'm saying like
certainly
Devin is like,
impressed by
I will
it.
never ever be a part of something.
You just realize what a big thing is. I'm just realizing that like I think I'm structured and organized. I think I'm doing good, and I just hear people like this man talk. I'm like, you know what? I got to do better because it ain't
don't know.
like that. That's
You don't know.
crazy.
Nah.
This stuff.
We'll get into the other side of Trey.
Yeah, but I would say the way my prior service probably like backfired on me is because I already knew how the military was, like being in the Army, like for 3-4 years, like, people talk a certain way in the military, and I ended up getting in trouble for like disrespect because I had a female cadet and I had a male and female cadet, and you basically on certain days you have to inspect the uniform when you're in formation. So whether checking if they shine their shoes, if they press their uniform, if they got like badges, make sure their like epaulets are straight, all that stuff. And you ask a male cadet like, hey, did you shave this morning? Blah, blah, blah. Cause you can tell, you all up in their face. And me being, stupid in prior service, I did the same to my female cadet. And I was like, did you shave this morning? Oh my God. I mean, I was just playing around, but I guess you got
in the
offended.
dean's office. No,
Yeah, so I ended up having to do something called SLDPR, which is Special Leader Development Program for Respect. And man, I had so much resentment because I'm thinking in my head, like, bro, like you got upset at that. Like,
wait till you get to the other side.
Yeah, like, bro, they be talking all kinds of crazy in the Army, like within reason.
Right, of course.
Come on now. But yeah, that probably hurt me, just knowing how the real Army was compared to like the sheltered, you know.
They're dealing with
military
children,
Army.
obviously. I mean, not children, but like very young adults.
Young adults,
so,
yeah.
No, it's different for sure. I mean, you could just tell. Like, and I was kind of segueing to West Point because like one thing that was funny, like seeing Tre even graduate is like these cadets are in their most formal uniforms, and I always used to joke around with Tre, like they got like 1 to 2 ribbons or like a 1 row. Tre's sitting there with like 4 or 5 rows,
3 rows
of ribbons, but like another big badge on the side,
you could tell.
airborne on the other side, and it's like, bro, like it's crazy of a difference when you're doing that. So it's funny to see, but it's also dope. I told him like that crap looked cool.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, there are so many other cadets that have, you know, that went to West Point, especially in my class, that were prior service, that, you know, were Ranger qualified.
Yeah, no, there was some dog. There's some.
Oh, I believe
So
it's
like
West Point,
at
not
West
even
Point,
women,
yeah,
yeah.
like that was the thing that I didn't realize was like, I'd probably say like 85% of them are just like savages, like because they're required to play sports, they're required to do something. Like Tre boxed at West Point, so his hands aren't like that though. Don't get it twisted.
Well, yeah.
this
This was back in like 2015, 16.
Those hands
Yeah.
right, I get it.
The muscle memory kind of died down a little bit.
It's like riding a bike.
Yeah.
If he needs to, I'm sure he can make it happen.
Well, just recently we were talking about like pushing yourself. There
Oh,
was
yeah, that's right.
There was no reason for me recently, and even last year, I was competing in something for my unit. It's called like Wolf Combatives. Basically, you're doing BJJ, you're doing like striking.
and shit, yeah.
It's kind of like tiered. So first you start off with like the basic level where it's just grappling, BJJ, and then the standard or maybe the advanced level is you can do open hand
Slapping
strikes.
the shit out of people.
Bro, I fucking hate slaps. But yeah, you can slap in the face and close fist to the body. And then by the time you get to like the final round, you can actually like, they give you some gloves and you can actually like strike in the face, which is pretty cool. But I made it to the middle. I think it was like the advanced side. And then I kind of like, you know, I got my ass whooped. I didn't lose
tapped.
though. I'll tell you.
Or the round ended.
Yeah, he got me in a cross collar choke,
right.
and I
Yeah,
should have been
yeah.
fighting his hands, but I just
It happens. It happens.
yeah. But I didn't lose though. I promise.
Just ran out of time.
I've
That's all.
never lost
Yeah,
at
yeah.
I've never lost at anything in my life.
Yeah, you just ran out of time.
Dead
That's
ass.
a good mindset.
No, it's the truth. I've never lost at spades, Monopoly.
Everything is.
I
to be
definitely beat you at
continued.
spades.
No, you have. I've never even lost my chapstick. So I promise you, I've
What is-
learned some
that's
lessons
a,
though.
That's
I've
a
learned some
crazy
lessons.
fact because when he was a kid, he used to carry around like those quarter tubs of Vaseline, like religiously. Like he never left the house without it.
Shit.
It was always
Gotta
the
make
thumb.
sure-
It was always the thumb. It was here and then it was there every time.
I'm a captain, but I don't be capping. I'm telling you, like you gotta, you know, put it.
Bro, he takes care of his lips. All for real.
Nowadays,
I'm
though,
sure your wife appreciates it.
Oh, she do.
All right, Tre. All right. So, anyways, getting out of that, let's do a maybe it's me of the week. Tre, you have a maybe it's me of this week, right?
Yeah, I do. I kind of have two, but I'll just focus on one.
Start with
Just today, bro, we were at a North Star Mall, and this dude, sorry, it's not a great story. This dude had a fucking plate of pizza in the bathroom. Like, I know that's not just me.
What?
Don't bring your fucking food in the bathroom.
Never in my life.
You risky if you even bring a drink in there. Don't bring your food, bro. There's all kind of dookie matter flying around. Like, bro, don't do that. I swear.
Wait, he really brought pizza in there?
Bro, yeah, I was washing my hands, and he had a fucking plate of pizza walking around like. Bro,
Like, okay, I gotta know what he was doing in this bathroom with pizza.
He might have needed to take a piss and was the only one. He didn't want to leave his food in the food court.
Oh,
but
man, he
at the
coulda-
same time, I'm holding it,
Yeah.
or I'm throwing that pizza away.
You finish your food, then go to the bathroom.
No,
That's what
that is-
everybody does.
Maybe he needed to drop it like it was hot.
Yeah, but that's so. My real maybe is me is really just coming back to San Antonio. I get like just not flashbacks, but like you think about things whenever you were here prior to.
Yeah.
So whenever TJ was first born, me and my wife, we kind of like set certain rules with family members. Like, hey, no kissing on the mouth. You know, he's a newborn, and this is like almost around that COVID time. So, because he's 2.5 right now. So like COVID was a thing, but it's dying down. But still, like, it's not even just about COVID. It could be the flu. It could be herpes. It's anything. Like, bro, don't be kissing on my child's mouth.
Herpes, for the record, is a very common thing. I forget what they call it for children, but it's a very common thing with newborns. Like you legitimately shouldn't be kissing babies.
That thing can spread.
I forgot
all
what it's
over.
called. Yeah, but like it gets bad.
Yeah, so like we established me and my wife, we established these rules with like our families, and we go to my parents' house. Like my parents are pretty respectful, about the boundaries, but like my aunt, she's like, oh, why can't I kiss him? Blah blah blah. I'm your aunt, blah blah blah. I'm like, no, like don't kiss him. And she over here trying to like play around, like nah, don't even play, because I promise you, I was getting upset. And even Mariel's mom, she would. I guess there was this one time I was at NTC in the desert training in California desert. But I guess Marielle was visiting her mom, and everything was going good until I guess her mom ended up kissing TJ. Yeah. And then her mom was like, "Oh no, he fell on my lips." And like, bro, like, no, it was this way. You can't fall. Like, So they had a heated discussion. Her mom kicked her out of the house. So, my wife went to, I guess it was bad. All because her mom didn't respect the boundaries that we had established.
So are you saying it's you, but people need to have boundaries with your kids? Is that what you're saying? With your family members?
I think he's saying all around.
Like all around, like I think boundaries, my focus would be like family, because like your partner, you were going to talk about boundaries with your partner, like not even just in your own relationship, but with like family. And that was my specific like instance, but like even boundaries within friendships or boundaries at the workplace. Like, dude, if you don't respect my boundaries, especially for my family, if you don't respect it, get to stepping, because that's just like, I'm a man now, and you're adults like in your life, your parents, any authoritative figure probably in your life, they probably know you your whole life. But you've only known them a portion of your life, so you see them as an authoritative figure, and now you have to muster up this courage as an adult to like be like, stop, no, run it back. I said, don't kiss my child in the mouth.
All right, so maybe it's me, but respect my boundaries is the talking point. No, because I got something to say about this, because I'm not trying to call you contradicting, but we gonna get into something real quick.
Yeah.
If that's your premise, and because you're standing on that pretty strong,
definitely,
right?
Yes.
What in the fuck was your problem at my bachelor party?
All right, now he got me.
So fun fact.
Hey, I'm growing now. Okay?
Yeah. Oh, so we change it now. All right. So fun fact. He lost his mind at my bachelor party. So this Tre that you see is beautiful. I love the evolution of my brother right here. But it's one thing when I tell you that his closest friends and his true loved ones know Tre, and I call him Tristan. It's an alter ego of my man's. But at my bachelor party, Tre, dude, he treated me so well. He got us an Airbnb in Austin. All the boys that we grew up with, my cousins, our closest friends that we had in the neighborhood, like all pulled up. It was such a good time. But anybody that knows me, I like my sleep. And like if I'm fucking tired, bro, I'm going to sleep. Like there's no, let's see who can stay up longest, and like there's none of. Ever since I was a kid, I've been this way, bro. Like if I'm tired, I'm going to sleep, and you're not ever gonna tell me I can't. Otherwise, we have real beef. Well, Tristan started to show up that night, and for some strange reason, we were drinking. Obviously, it's a bachelor party. We're drinking. Sure. I had the master bedroom to myself. I go into the bedroom. All I hear is. And in comes Tre. What are you doing? Well, you can't sleep. This is your bachelor party. Get up. He's over here pulling the blankets off me, hitting me with the fucking pillow, right? So first one, I'm like, Tre, bro, leave me the fuck alone. It was a great night. We had a good night one.
It was like 10 o'clock.
It was night one. And it was like 12 o'clock at night. And I was like, bro, I just want to go to fucking sleep, bro. Like, we're good. It was a great night one. We're good. We're waking up early in the morning to go do shit. Kick him out the room. I lay down. I look over. Nobody's there. Except now I see this fucking figure crawling on the floor to come to my bedside. He said, I'm not in here. It's not me. Like some childish shit. Yeah. Right? So then I try to fucking, and then he starts coming from the bottom of the bed, pulling the fucking blankets off me. Bro, I shouldn't have, but I got up and I lost my shit on my boy over here.
Are you
I
serious?
beat the dog shit out of him tonight.
That's
It was all body shots, but me and him
No,
were
he put me
tussling.
in a headlock.
No. That was
What?
later. So I get up and we start tussling for real, bro. I was about to kill my boy. I was so grumpy and tired that like I was losing my mind on him. So I did that, and Trey at that point finally leaves because everybody could see I'm pissed. And when you pissed me off, like I'm ready to murder somebody. So they get Trey in the living room, and he's now lost his mind. He's emotionally distraught that I had a fight with him on my bachelor party because he just wants everything to go right, which I truly appreciate. But then he goes outside with the crew and he's screaming at the top of his lungs that I should be out there. Like, because he knows my window's right there and he's screaming.
All right, I'll tell you, I don't know about that part.
He don't remember this.
Captain, but no captain.
I feel like personally, I'm on Trey's side.
I get it, but
Like,
bro,
I don't-
I'm me. I'm me.
Yeah.
I hear you,
And
but
Trey
it's,
knows
it's
that.
like a
And I'm me.
one-time thing.
Facts.
It's like
You
a
said what?
one-time thing,
Bro,
man.
we had already gone out. Like I had gone to 6th Street. Like that's why I said it was midnight, but it had to have been later. Like it was, bro. We had gone to 6th Street already.
It was a good night. I definitely say that. I just pushing
He,
the boundaries.
bro, he's good. He's fucking mental when it comes to this side. I'll tell you more as we get through this podcast. But so he's screaming at me through the window about like I just want him to have fun, and he doesn't want to have fun. I said like Trey, I've had a blast tonight. I'm ready to go to fucking sleep. And so he's screaming. Obviously, like we're in a neighborhood, like so we got to keep it down.
Fuck him.
And that was his mental. And so I go outside, and you know I had to ask him if he was ready to be a big boy, and he started screaming at me again. So I put him in a rear naked choke, and I choked my boy unconscious.
That's crazy.
I choked him unconscious in front of everybody.
Unconscious. No, at that point, I just started getting a little teary eyed. I'm like, goddamn, my boy did that to me.
I'm on.
He don't love me no more.
That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. If I was there, nigga, I'd have jumped in on his side.
I don't think you would have because everybody there was on my side.
I laid on the couch, man. I called Marielle up. I'm like, he don't love me no more. He hates me.
So Trey, as much as I
I'm
understand
leaving.
pushing boundaries is a big thing, Trey doesn't believe in boundaries with me for some reason.
And
And maybe his wife too.
oh yeah, no, fuck her boundaries.
See?
That's my baby though.
So, but I understand. I do agree, though, for the most part, boundaries are important. But like, I don't know. I feel like even Paul like can say like I don't have a lot of boundaries as a human being, especially with my friends. Like my wife and me don't have well, like we obviously have the marital boundaries and shit. But like I'm just talking about like I want to be like I feel like friends should be there for each other no matter what through thick and thin. So like when my wife, there's like I'm not holding anything or any like thing like that. That's what I think about boundaries. But no, I definitely feel you on like. If you tell me, like you told me, don't kiss my son, I was like, all right,
Yeah.
well, I'm not gonna kiss him. So
Yeah.
there's shit like that I understand. But like,
There's people
it's
who really
funny
kiss
coming
babies.
from
I've
you.
never really kissed a baby.
It's a normal thing, I think, for like the grandparents of the child.
But that's the thing. They feel like, you know, just because they're your parent, that they may
Absolutely,
be entitled
yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah.
And it's
There's a definite entitlement, things like that. Like they feel like they should be the first ones to watch them. They should be the first ones to do this and that and the third. And so boundaries are very like weird thing sometimes. But
When you have kids, is it kind of weird or like you're kind of hesitant to tell your parents not to do certain things with your kid? Or is it just come with becoming a parent?
I mean, my mom don't really give a fuck what I say, to be honest. Like, she gonna do it anyways. But like, no, yeah. Like, I guess I'm not hesitant to tell her, but like I said, like she just won't listen. Like like giving my son certain things or like, we don't do like a lot of iPad time and shit like that. But like, my mom will allow that, and it's just like, I get it. Like, it's the grandparents, bro. Like, I stopped tripping on it. But like, I mean, in Trey's sense, like he's not around them all the time. So it's like,
Yeah.
I'll let you speak on it.
like my parents, I think they're very understanding. You know, maybe my wife's parents, they, you know, like if I say no, he needs to eat his food. And they're like, oh, you know, let me come help. I'm like, no, I got it. Cause he's screaming his head off right now. Like, let me take care of him because this is going to translate whenever this is a temporary thing while we're home. Like he needs to carry this behavior, like that discipline whenever we get back, because grandparents aren't going to be there to, oh, come here, let me. There's a time and place for that, but not whenever I'm trying to tell him to eat his food and he hasn't eaten in like 2 days. And then they want to give him some chocolate milk where he's going to get full off of. And I just, sometimes in my perspective, it can come across as like, they're contradicting your parenting by like, you know, just like, I don't know, they're undercutting you. Yeah, absolutely.
You.
Yeah.
And as a parent, that just kind of feels disrespectful. It's
Does
like,
this happen to you? Like, do you have to deal with this a lot?
Not too often because, you know, like we're just being in the military, we're away.
Being away. But like, I'm talking about when you come here, like you got to deal with that. Like you constantly got to remind like, hey.
Well, it's just like they don't get to see.
I don't give a fuck. Like, bro,
They don't get to see this version of you as a parent, and like they don't get to see their grandchild all that much. So it's like everybody's trying to feel each other out in the moment. Because even my mom does that. Like, and she sees my children like multiple times throughout the month, but it's still like a feeling out period of like, yeah, like I'm talking to my son, but at the same time I'm talking to this dude's dad, and so it's kind of tough sometimes to like regulate all that, and it's tough for you to regulate your parents on how you're supposed to be trying to parent your kids. Yeah. Like regardless of how you raise me, this is how I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So
because there's certain ways that, you know, you were raised, maybe that as you grow as an adult, be like, all right, maybe I, you know, want to take a different approach or a different, you know, like
for sure.
It. And like I said, like for my parents, you know, they're pretty good at that. It would be easy for me to communicate those boundaries to my parents. But the challenge really comes whenever I got to communicate those boundaries to my wife's parents, because like we staying in their house right now, and you know, how do I approach
their
that?
rules type thing?
Yeah, so I gotta, like, I don't know, it's weird. Like I swear the other day, I think her mom kissed TJ, and I was like,
Trey got plotting on her parents.
I'm over here watching, like, where them lips at? Where they going? But yeah, no, it's all right though.
So segueing out of that and getting into more of a fun topic, or like just lightening up, obviously, and making some fun out of mine and Trey's relationship, we're going to allow Devon and Paul to kind of ask Trey or myself some questions about one another. I feel like this is a segment where they're going to ask Trey questions about me and how I was growing up. But what do y'all have?
Paul, do you want to go first?
Yeah. So
Damn,
I know, like I could just
He's
see Paul.
waiting
I
on
can
it.
see that Paul in that quarter with this, just like this.
He was ready.
He's ready. He's like,
you damn right I do.
he came prepared.
I need
He
to know
got
if certain things have been how you've been throughout life, or if these are like adult Nick things.
Trying to tell you.
Wait, what do you mean?
Go ahead.
What's the question again?
Ask the question.
So like, first thing, has Nick always, once he refuses something, like never tried it again?
Bro, I don't know how many times when we were younger I invited him to go to Six Flags, and
You won't go to Six Flags?
he's afraid of heights, even on the ride.
Terrified.
Like, bro,
Wait, you don't
It's not the only thing there. They have things that don't involve heights.
When's the
At
last
Six
time you've
Flags.
been to Six Flags?
not with me ever.
Like fourth grade.
It's like one of the only things in San Antonio.
Yeah.
I don't need it. Don't want it. Don't
But
care about it.
I know for multiple times, like I've asked him, hey, you want to go to Six Flags or you want to do XYZ? Like, no. Trey, stop asking me. Like, even the bachelor night, like, no, dude, let me sleep. You sure you don't want to get up?
So yeah, like I try to tell you, like that's Like
So he's always been just a strong-willed motherfucker.
Yeah, I guess so.
God
I mean,
damn.
he like for
That's a good thing.
like, no, absolutely. Like, whenever it comes to like high school stuff, like peer pressure, like Nick is like way above that. He don't care about like if you pressure me to do anything. If I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it.
Shit, bro.
If I do want to
I've
do
always
it,
been like that.
yeah, I'm gonna do it. Now I'm like the opposite, where I'm antagonistic. Like he say no, so I'm gonna say yes. Like he say no, I'm gonna say yes. Like
So fun fact.
I'ma
Can
go.
I share this?
Go ahead.
The thing I always share about you when we was growing up,
I
what
ain't
you got
got no
diagnosed
damn, I ain't
with.
got no damn condition.
So dog. So bro, this is the type of like boy I'm dealing with. And when I say boy, I mean like my brother.
I get you.
When we were like in, I think 8th to 9th grade, we were getting in that summertime. Trey was like going through a bunch of like, I thought it was like puberty type shit, but it was just like his parents wanted to make sure he was good, and I guess they took him to like a counselor, and he was doing that and everything, and they diagnosed this motherfucker with a condition. I don't know what it's called.
So it was mainly because I was just acting up, like, yeah, it was like whenever we first got to San Antonio, but got seen for ADHD, which I think I do have for sure. Like the way I can process things in my brain, but it's hard for me to articulate like how I see them, or anything.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
know that. Yep.
Yeah. So, and then, but along with that, they diagnosed me.
Quotations.
They diagnosed me with ODD, which is oppositional defiant disorder. And with that, I mean, it's like basically you're antagonistic. You don't listen to
the
authority.
counselor told him, and this is dog the most truest thing. When he told
he
me
was
this,
there.
no, he was there. He came to my house that same day and told me that this motherfucking counselor diagnosed me with it, and a light bulb went off of like, it makes so much sense. He gets pure pleasure Like it's his yeah, like that. No, he gets pure pleasure off of antagonizing people. Like he gets joy out of pissing people off.
Not like crazy, man.
No,
like,
I got your point. So how the hell y'all become best friends then? Because Nick don't like nobody to piss him off.
I don't know.
How you deal with each other?
Our relationship is very black and white. Like as far as like
it's an ebb and flow. Like
he pushes it, and then I have to try and nip it in the bud or tell him like, bro, you pissing me the fuck off. Like back off. Like, bro,
How
for
did
real.
you guys meet?
He had moved into the neighborhood basically across this major street from mine in 7th grade from Louisiana, right? You came
yeah,
from
it
Louisiana.
was like mid 7th grade.
Yeah, so we met in 7th grade, and it was just like he moved in the middle of school year, if I'm not mistaken. But he was just on the bus one day. He was a fucking light skinned kid, one of the only other black kids on the school bus with me. And
Immediate bond.
no, it was
To
just
me,
one
it
of the.
was. I was like, dang, he looked like me, but just the uglier version.
Facts.
No, I'm playing.
But no, it was just one of those things. Like he obviously didn't have a lot of friends at the time, and he wasn't really talking to anybody at school or anything. He was just kind of doing his own thing. And I think I just asked him on the bus, like, "Hey, bro, like, what's your name? Like, what do you do?" Like, and then one day I was just like, "Hey, bro, you want to come play video games?" He's like, "Oh, I love video games," and so he brought his fucking Splinter Cell and whatever the fuck else over.
Yeah. Now, like for me, just to set the scene, like it was very hard for me to make friends, like just being a military brat. So like moving around every 3 years, like I'm always the new guy. A lot of people like in like say San Antonio, like they grow up like from maybe 1st grade all the way up. So they're able to like, they know people or they know of each other, or they're able to like make those bonds. For me, it was always like picking up, starting new, being the new guy, sometimes getting bullied, if I'm being honest, just cause I'm the new guy. Kids can be just like mean.
No, yeah, facts.
But by the
Same way
time
for me, my dad was in the military too. So we lived in like Italy, Germany, and came here 9th grade. I was like, oh, this is my 3rd time being the new kid.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't have, everybody else has been here their entire life. So where do I fit in now?
Yeah.
At the beginning of high school, where everybody already has like their clique already formed.
Yeah, so like for me, it was hard to. Was that you?
No.
I burnt my bed.
That shit was wet.
I burnt my bed.
But yeah, so like for me, by the time get to mid 7th grade, 8th grade, going into high school, like I had a little bit more stability. My parents were starting to like get out of the army and stuff like that, retire. So it was easier. That was like my time to like make friends.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I remember going over to Nick's house, playing video games, Xbox, like having to run out the back door because,
Bro, I had my parents hated fucking people at the house.
You weren't allowed to have people over.
I wasn't allowed to have people over, so that motherfucker had to dip out the back, hop the fence.
I felt like, your mom watches?
Yeah.
Somebody had a scout at the front door.
We bro.
We just car pulled up. You had to leave.
No, they had to dip. Yeah, like my mom would have beat my ass like if she found out. Well, she probably like had a clue that we were doing that shit, but like we didn't give a fuck. Well, my brother definitely didn't give a fuck, but like I didn't give a fuck either. So I just wanted to kick it.
I remember one of the first times like Nick, he invited me over to his house for like dinner. They were having fajitas. I didn't never know what a
had a
fajita.
fajita in 7th grade, which was mind blowing to me.
Yeah,
But it is a Tex-Mex thing. Like
Yeah, no, for
obviously.
sure.
And yeah, his mom was like, "Dang, you sheltered?" I was like, "I mean,
he was eating the shit out
that
of
food
that
was
thing,
good.
boy.
I'll tell you." But yeah,
So yeah, no, 7th grade, man. Ever since then, we've been boys.
yeah. What else you got?
So my second question. So Nick is a self-proclaimed asshole to people. Has he always been like so direct and like not hold any punches with anybody?
Basically, not care about your feelings at all, right,
Yeah.
Paul? That's what Paul's trying to really say.
I don't know. From my perspective, and like this is Tre's perspective, you got different like
Yeah.
you're gonna see him a different way. Paul's gonna see him a different way. This is like high school time. Nick is an asshole. Like, I'm talking like toilet tissue, booty crumbs type of asshole. Like, bro, why you?
Damn.
I'm like,
Fuck.
dirty. But I mean, there have definitely been times where I felt a little bit more like sensitive to his approach, especially like if we playing on the game. This is like young adult type stuff, like playing on the game and he getting upset at me because I ain't doing nothing.
Because he trash.
Like stupid motherfucking bitch ass motherfucker.
I know.
But yeah, there's been some times that he's been like more of an asshole, but it's not like the norm, especially as we get older and we like.
No, yeah.
There comes an understanding.
There's no doubt. Like, I don't know what it came from as far as like maybe. I think it's just I grew up in a prove yourself world because I had like my whole upbringing was with my older brother and my 2 older cousins. So like everything was like you're the young cat, like you're the young bull. So like every time was like a proving grounds thing there, and I don't know, like whenever I'm in an interaction, like it's just like filters too. Like I can be a little bit direct because that was like the environment I was always thrown in, because it was like usually it was leading to fights or something like that. And so that's kind of what's, I guess, started it. But like at the same time, like I've just been somebody, and my mom is a lot like this. Like I get a lot of my shit from my mom. Like he knows, like he knows that's his second mama for real. Like
she's lovely.
Yeah, that's nice. No, my mom can tell you like it is and never fucking care.
Yeah.
And so like, I mean, like the first fucking memory my wife has of my mom was like, we were at the crib, like, cause, I stayed with my mom when we started dating, and like my mom comes through the door cussing me out, like, get the fuck downstairs and move your motherfucking car before I beat you. Like the first memory my wife knows of my mom was like, it was like that. And like, that's just how she was. Like, if you didn't do it, you was gonna get your ass whooped. So.
I think she was a lot nicer when I was.
Nah, my mom's lovely. Like, especially now, she's fucking a completely different person. But I mean, that's just, I don't know. It's not like I don't intend. Like I've always, he knows. Like, it's not intentional. Like a lot of it is just how I am. Like,
yeah,
you're oblivious to it.
Nah, yeah. Sometimes I really don't even realize that you're
just
I'm being
Nick.
fucking rude.
Yeah, just being Nick.
Real.
And yeah, Michael P. Jordan, I will tell you that like even some of like my wife, one of my other friends, his wife, like they only see like a portion of Nick, and it's through our interactions. Like, so they might be like, "Why are you still friends with Nick?" You know,
Yeah,
like, he's an
that's happened
asshole.
a lot for sure.
And I mean, I they're also like people I love in my life, but I'll hear their opinion. But that's all it is an opinion. Like, yeah, he can be an asshole, and sometimes, it does get to me. And, like I am sometimes like, sensitive. But like, no matter their opinion, like I just gotta ride or die. Like, I love you, loyalty. Like,
no, for sure.
No, yeah, and I try to paint it for Trey. Like it's usually always out of love, but like I said, like that's why that light bulb went off of like that antagonistic shit is like on times 100 when he's like, this is different. Like this ain't Trey. Like to me. Like when we get out of this podcast, like he about to do some goofy shit to piss me off, and it's like
he did to get you here.
Yeah, like running late, and then made a fucking joke when he got in the truck, but he already knew I was pissed off.
That joke was hilarious, bro.
Like that's our relationship. Like he knows we're running late. He knows I like to be on time. Trey likes to be on time as well, but like. To him, it wasn't a big deal. But like to me, he fucking knows. Like he could see it on my face. I'm pissed off, and then immediately makes a fucking joke that's gonna piss me off. But like he thinks that shit's funny, and I'm not in the mood. Like,
but like, talking about, do you secretly love it on the inside? You just can't show it because
I think no. I just think it's part of our relationship. Like that's what it goes to. Like it's not like I'm like, oh, I really love it. Like it's like, nah, he's really pissing me the fuck off. But like at the same time, that's what I get. Like I understand.
And now, if I could characterize myself, it's not like I can be like. Antagonistic and stuff like that, but it's a switch, it's a time and place, and as I've gotten older, I know
ain't got no switch with me, bro. I promise you.
I know how to flip that switch.
No, there's times, but like for the most part, he leaves it off or leaves it on, like to where he's gonna antagonize.
But I don't think it reaches like the level of like being just straight up obnoxious, like fucking like I can be annoying, but like I personally don't think it's like straight up like.
No, it is out of love 95% of the time. Yeah. It's never been a time where he's just like doing it to purposely like
fucking crazy, fucking walling out.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Devin, you got anything?
Yes, I do have a question. Now I know we done talked about how Nick's an asshole. We done cleared that out the way. But Nick is also a very nice person. Like there's a lot of great in Nick. So tell me the greatest thing about Nick for you.
I mean, since I've known him, like he's just been kind of like a role model to me.
I get that.
And, like I was in our like friend group in Retama, I was the youngest. And I don't know if you were the second youngest or what.
Just about.
Yeah. So like, and he had the fortune, but also the misfortune of growing up with his cousins who like, I really like, I like them. I would consider them my cousins.
No, definitely.
Like
100%.
There's some cool ass people. And I really love them.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just a lot of things. Like he's a sports player. He's a hobbyist. Like he's played soccer, which, at that point, in time, like that started getting me interested in soccer. Now I couldn't keep up and I don't have the coordination, but it was like, he's kind of leading me into a different like sport. football, you know, like I think this was, did you play football in 6th grade? I don't know.
7, 8, like all the way up to like high school. I stopped in high school.
Yeah. Like running, you know, like, what's that road?
Lookout.
Yeah. Running up Lookout Road a couple times.
I
Like
used to live on Lookout.
We lived on Lookout.
Yeah. I remember running up to some apartments up there, but like we ran a couple times together and that boy is like blazing my ass. Like, bro,
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
He's athletic, you know, and that's something that I'm not. You know, he has a lot of characteristics that I don't, that I wish I did have, but I'm just me. I can't be him.
Bro, I ain't trying to hear none of this. But
No, like I think he's a great role model. Even during like my best man speech, I mentioned like he's
best man speech of all time. This motherfucker battle rapped me in a best man speech.
I did it in Tre fashion. I didn't know how to express myself.
Like he literally did a battle rap, like, but I couldn't talk. So he was just like literally wrote down lyrics and battled me about our whole upbringing in life. And then stopped doing that, and then had a real speech. It was the dope. Like
what a real.
It was the dopest speech of all time.
It was like based off of like because we went to Walt Disney one time, and Walt Disney. I said Walt diss Nick because it was a diss track to Nick. So yeah, but yeah, I was making a whole bunch of Disney references and stuff like that. I fucked up on one part, and I'll never forget about it. But.
Bro, he was so nervous that he was holding his paper, and literally he was.
Oh man,
the paper was shaking so rowdy during the speech. It was crazy.
I don't like public speaking.
You did good though.
But you
killed
did
it.
it though.
He killed that shit, bro.
Yeah. But to answer your question now, I think Nick's a great role model. I think he's a great father, a great parent, a great partner, a great boss. I mean, I don't know. I ain't work for him. But
Paul raised his head so fast. What did he say? He said what?
I ain't no great boss.
Yeah. But like I said, that's my perspective. Other people might see him a different way, but I love you.
Yeah, I love you too, bro. For real. So I mean, I ain't trying to hear none of that. Like as far as like, I'm just. As you know, like a lot, I've said it thousands of times. Like a lot of my motivation in life has been because people have painted me a certain way. So I used to buy into it. Like, yeah, I'm an asshole. Fuck it. Like, fuck everybody out there. I'm gonna just do me, and I'm gonna try to shine and show these motherfuckers like you can still be an asshole and be on top. And you know, it's helped me a lot of the way. But like as I started to get on top, like I realized like, fuck that shit really like. Fucks you up and hurts everybody around you. So I've tried my best to turn it around. Like, but I think in like a perspective for Paul nowadays, like because he's the young gun around me. It's just like I try to explain the why now. Like I feel like this new generation needs the why, and I try to explain to him like, bro, I'm like this for you because of these reasons. Like, so.
Yeah,
but yeah,
well, that helps.
What else you got?
Favorite memory of Nick? You and Nick.
Oh, we both got to answer?
And both of y'all answer, and it can't be the sleepwalking, because I have questions about that, too.
Bet.
Favorite?
Go ahead.
Me? Damn. There's been, like, a lot, man. I mean, an easy one, we were just talking about it on the way here. Like, there was one time where, well, I'll tell you for sure. So we have like, a older cousin friend, not going to say his name, but, like, maybe bad influence back in the day. Like,
do I know this person?
Nah, you know.
He's about like 7 years older than us. But like when we were like, say, let's 15, he's 22 or something like that.
He was the one that got us into OEs and Mickeys and shit.
Yeah, man, them old English. So like we'd be out in his truck in front of Nick's house and, you know, just be like vibing in the truck, you know, drinking old English, you know, Mickeys, like that malt liquor type stuff.
I'm telling you, bro, like.
And when they weren't looking, best believe I was taking sips out of their shit. They'd be like, why is my shit empty? I don't know. But yeah, so like that'd be something like one of the fondest memories, like just vibing out in the car.
It's the normal.
Doing stuff that you know you shouldn't be doing. And then one time, I guess this was after we got off the bus, we went to Nick's backyard and he had some cigars. And bro, we were just talking about this. This is just one of many memories, but he had some cigars. Maybe one was like peppermint, or I can't remember the taste.
Yeah, it was like ice. It basically was like winter fresh almost. Like.
Yeah, and we were sharing that cigar, and
it was our first time smoking, like in general.
Don't make no excuses. By the time it came to me, that shit was dripping wet. He was sucking on that. No, did he? He was like,
chill,
bro. He was.
Chill.
I'm like, what the shit? That shit was super wet.
We got so many crazy memories for real.
Yeah.
I would say like the most memorable that comes up literally every year because I listen to the song because I fuck with the song a lot is out of my anytime Bow Wow song Out of My System comes.
Oh my god!
First of all, banger of a track.
I heard that song in forever.
But I listen to that song all the time, bro. But every time it comes on, I got a memory of Tre because Tre was a sheltered kid growing up. He ain't never really had a relationship or anything. And I think this was like 9th grade, and got his first girlfriend. And you know, your first girlfriend is everything, especially at that age. Like you really falling. And so Tre fell pretty hard. And like I'm also trying to like tell him, bro, like relax. Like it's like you're not gonna be with this girl much longer. Sure enough, like a weekend, homegirl breaks up with him. Like, bro, so the next day we're on the way to school. And this is back in like the iPod days where you had to split earbuds.
Oh, that was the best day.
You know what I'm saying? So like I think Tre had the iPod, and we would sit on the bus together and split the earbuds. So we're both listening, and then Out of My System comes on. And you know it's a banger, so you're rocking to it, bro. I'm just vibing, and I look over. I look over, and Tre had sunglasses on, and it's you know what you do to me, and Tre is rivers full.
You don't even understand.
You don't even understand. Damn, you know it, and Tre.
I had to get her out.
Bro, it was to the point where I dropped the earbud, bro. I didn't want to hear the song no more. I was like, hey fam, you got it, dog. You'll be all right, bro. You'll be all right. Like, but I'll talk. Yeah, bro. So anytime that song comes on, it always brings it back where Tre was heartbroken on Out of My System, dog.
That heartbreak be real.
It'd be real. It feels real. So that one, and then man, we got so many stupid ass.
Don't make me relive that one now.
The wildest one, or I don't want to say the wildest one because we've done some stupid ass shit, but like I'll take it like a step further on the situation with with our cousin / friend. Bro, we're so like it was almost, bro, first of all, for a 14, 15, 16-year-old to be drinking like this was crazy. But we'd be like we'd be drinking 40s and Mickeys and shit out in the front, and usually it'd be just like vibing, listening to music with the doors open of the truck, and we'd be sitting on the tailgate and just sipping beer out in the fucking middle of the street. And we're basically a 40 in each, so we're feeling ourselves.
Oh yeah,
you talking about that? Never mind.
Yeah, and so like, first of all, this night this motherfucker's getting wicked, like just turned. And so a song comes on, and like this individual like is always playing like poppy music, and he's also introducing us to like all kinds of shit, and like I forgot where I was going. My bad. But Tre starts getting turned and like acting stupid, and so like we're just like, bro, like we're gonna dip, whatever. And Tre's like, y'all ain't going nowhere. And he starts acting up so much that like he's trying to chase us through the neighborhood, and I'm fucking the whole story up. I forgot. No, I'm sorry. Let me restart. I'm fucking the whole story up. What happened was in my yard in the pitch black, there's fucking a rat.
I thought it was a frog or something.
No, this happened twice. It was a rat. And so Tre, drunk, jumps out the truck and stomps the life out of the rat.
Certified stepper.
Certified.
Stomps the life out of the rat, like kills it.
Well, you got against Ratatouille.
I don't fuck with rats.
Kills it, right? And so he's so drunk that he picks it up by the tail, and he's like, he's dangling it over his mouth and like playing with it, and like starts like going like that. So that's why we hop in the truck. And so we hop in the truck and start taking off on him, and we're driving off in Tre's behind the truck, bro. Behind the truck, full sprint, just bro, with a fucking rat in his hand, dog. No, bro. And you might have dropped it at that point, but like, bro, we think we dipped out and left him, bro. Like we're down the block, turn the corner, and our homie's like, I don't know, have you seen him? Like, I'm like, nah, bro, I don't know where the fuck he is. On the back of the truck, he's in the back, bro. He's wigging out. So that night is just fucking hilarious because of like the scariness and you're drunk and doing stupid shit. I'm a runner. But like he's stomping out rats, and then I think that same night is why you think the frog situation is like. I think we were gonna go stay at your crib, and obviously we needed to walk to your house. That same night, walk into his house. I've never seen this in my life, but it was a family of frogs, like a legitimate family of frogs is in the middle of the street. I'm talking like you can clearly see a mama, a daddy frog,
a dad frog.
This that mic. A daddy frog and everything, and a couple kids.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, that's wild. Like, Tre, check this out. No hesitation.
Stomps them out.
Stomps them all out.
They were feeling froggy.
That's not so that's
Tre murdered every single frog there.
I mean, I probably let
So I
one
think
live.
that's why you got that memory stuck in your head.
That's
But that
crazy.
night, it was like, it's just the goofiness,
Yeah.
him being dumb.
those are always the best nights, man, when you just vibing out. I don't know about killing animals, but vibing out.
And for the record, I'm pretty sure I had a newspaper bag and picked it up.
I think you did.
I ain't
In
that
fairness to him, I think I don't know if he raw handed it, but
Yeah.
no.
That's
So
some good memories, man.
No.
And there was one time we were staying at your house. It was like your cousins was over there.
Yeah.
I forgot who else, but basically it was late at night. I think you had a female cousin that was staying there.
Balls, bro. Whoa. Don't be releasing no info.
But basically, I forgot what we were doing. But one of your cousins was like, "Look, you about to suck the whole team, or you getting stomped out."
Wait, what?
He was messing around. He was messing around now. No Diddy.
Wait, what?
No Diddy.
Tre's storytelling is
Hold on,
so
that-
awful.
I don't know what it
came
was.
out
All
of
right.
nowhere.
Jesus Christ.
All right. He was like, "Hey, look, you
Who
about
are
to-"
we talking about?
I ain't saying no names.
No,
okay, I get it,
It was
but-
one of my big cousins. Like
right.
this
But
was
who's
this was
speaking? The female cousin?
No,
or the big-
no.
Well, that's when you went from
He's-
female
Tre's
cousin to. I
fucking
was like,
this whole
wait,
story
what?
up.
I'm pretty sure it's because
So-
like, hey, look, watch out, don't be around her. Like you about to. I don't remember, man. It
Trey
was that night.
Fucked that whole story up, bro.
Probably.
Fucked it up.
My bad.
So to recap, this was like one of the first times my big cousins and everybody had met Tre. Tre being a sheltered kid, they thought it'd be funny to like indoctrinate, like
I
jump
got
Tre
you.
in
To
type
get you,
shit.
okay.
It wasn't no
Haze
suck
him
us up.
Haze him in.
And-
I got you.
yeah, he was hazing, but
Boss over there fucking dying laughing.
dog, you done
promise you.
fucked up the whole vibe.
He said, "Hey, you about to do something, or you about to get stomped out?" And I was like, "Shit, I guess I'm getting stomped
So,
out."
yeah, no, so there was two options. I can't remember the first option. I ain't gonna say nothing like that. No Diddy in this bitch. But
Shit.
but it was either like, oh, you could do this, or you can get stumped out. Tre took it like a G. He got stumped out. He got stumped out for real. They was beating the life out of him.
And then
What?
and then Nick, of course, at the very end, everybody cleared out
Ric Flair slapped the life out of him.
on my back. I'm like, bro, I thought. Oh
That's
man.
crazy. Y'all was some assholes for real.
No, dead ass. And I was the youngest, so I guess I had it coming to me.
yeah, nah. When they hear this shit, they gonna call you because that's what you just said is some wild shit.
It's
No one
absolutely
said
wild. No, the way you explained that was not. I was like, wait, where are we going with this?
I was the youngest, but now I'm the biggest.
There was one story that Nick has told me about you and one of his cousins showing up to his house in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
Raggy?
and
You had a little bit too much to
you
drink.
had a lot of drink that night. So this was like 3 years ago in my apartment. That not 3 years ago. It was like 6 years ago.
Dang, he told you that story?
Do you want to share to the world what you did?
I mean, we all have had these kind of stories.
No, the fuck we haven't. Hard. No, we haven't.
I mean, I'm okay with it.
All right, so I'll fucking explain it because you are terrible.
Yeah, you know.
So everybody knows I don't like when I say I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do something. Tre comes back from leave at one point, and like he said, he basically is a cousin to my older cousins at this point. Like they fuck with him, and he goes out with Q for a night, and like this is when Tre starts taking drinking to like a certain extreme because he's in college, so like he's like getting after it, and like apparently. He got twisted bad. Like he was drinking like crazy, wobbling in the club. Like Q has a whole video of him going crazy. I'm not there. At my house, what's happening is Taylor's sister's staying the night and they're staying in the room, sleeping in the bed. I'm sleeping in my living room on the couch. I go to sleep. And at the time, Q's staying with us too. He's roommates. And so he goes out with Tre. They come back. I'm dead asleep in the living room, bro. I wake up in the middle of the night to a pouring rain sound. Yeah, like water pouring out. I wake up in the middle. I wake up on my couch and I see my best friend.
Hey, we've all had those kind of
He's
nights.
facing away from me, pissing on my living room floor.
What?
Excuse
me? It's crazy. You pissed on the living room floor?
Bro, he's not just like, it's not like I need to piss real quick. I'm talking like he's been holding it.
Yeah.
And he's letting it flow. Bro, I'm dead asleep.
Man.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I didn't even expect to see him this night. Like, I didn't know he was coming over to stay the night.
Yeah.
And so I wake up, he got his thing in his hand, just letting it go. Bro, I sit up on my couch. I hit him.
Trey, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I was like, Trey, he's not listening. Like, Trey, bro, I'm talking the loudest fucking slap I've ever let off on somebody's head. Hit him in the back of the head.
I still feel it. I got a bump right here.
And he's talking about, what you hitting me for? I said, you over here pissing on my floor, dog. And he's peed all over my floor. He got so drunk one night, Trey pissed all over my wife in my apartment.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about, that wasn't the only spot. Bro, like, so.
It was up on a lamp,
So we wake up the next day. He's crazy gone that he needs to go home and recover.
Right.
And I felt bad too. Like,
he takes off and like, obviously I'm having to clean up my floor.
Oh,
and so as I'm cleaning this up, like I need to go buy like or rent a shampooer and shit. Cause
The real rug doctor.
yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
So, and then like, I'm on the way to go get that. My wife calls me, is like, that wasn't the only spot he peed. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? He peed all over, like, in apartments, they have like cutouts for like office areas type thing.
Yeah.
He walked into that office area and pissed all over my desk, all over my laptop. I had like an AR-15 at the time that I was building, pissed all over my gun. Like,
that's what you get for being an asshole.
so Trey and dog, from that night forward, I remember I walked up to Q that day. And like, bro, I pressed Q. I was so mad I pressed Q. It had nothing to do with it. Like,
it wasn't his fault.
Yeah,
It wasn't his fault. But I told him, like, bro, if you ever take Trey out again, on God, and bring him back to my presence, like, I'll kill you, bro. I'll kill you for real.
I felt so bad. Like, just, oh man.
Is that the only time you've done that?
Yeah.
I was like, because I don't
my
name
recollection.
names, but I know somebody
That
who
did
like
that?
who religiously gets drunk and will piss
Piss anywhere?
in the closet. Yeah.
Now that's an embarrassing story. I'll tell you that. Nobody want to hear about that. I'm sorry.
Did you just have do you remember this night?
No, I remember whenever waking up and be like, Trey, what the fuck are you doing?
You don't remember doing the actions?
No. I mean,
I sobered him up with that slap, bro.
I was
That's one of them
sleepy.
slaps that hurt my fucking hand. I hit him so damn hard.
I was sleeping.
Maybe I just ain't been drunk enough because like
I've never gotten to that level.
like I've been drunk where like
He said one
I've
time,
been, but like I ain't been drunk to where I don't remember the night. I've always remembered the night. Yeah. Always.
Yeah, Trey likes to get a little wicked every now and then.
Yeah, not too often.
Yeah, so it's a real story.
That one, yes. Damn, when did you hear that? you over here telling the deepest, darkest secrets.
I thought you were three different people with the three different ways.
Too. Some of the stories that we have, like, yeah, that's what I be trying to tell you. Y'all think, obviously he's a grown man. He takes care of his business when it comes to his career.
No,
and
for
everything,
sure.
his
Like he's
children
a
and his
super
family.
soldier in the army doing crazy things.
Not even
Captain
close.
America in the army.
But no, yeah. I mean, that's the thing about friendships, though. Like,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm just super blessed and honored to, like, obviously have a friend like Trey that I've gone through some shit with. So, no, that's been fun. So, story time and sharing stories is done. Let's go ahead and get out of that and segue into some current events. Paul, what you got, sir?
So first one I have here is some breaking news that happened right before the podcast.
Out on. Is it about the fight?
Let him fucking
I just want to
talk.
see. I just want to see if it's the same one. Did I get it? Am I gonna get it? I got
So
it.
Ryan Garcia tested positive for
tested.
PEDs during the Devin Haney fight.
Yeah, they just announced that shit.
What's your reactions?
Do we know what PEDs it was yet? Not
that
I guess
that PEDs don't stop protecting a left hook. That's my feeling.
So you
on it.
think he would have won?
he would have won
anyways?
regardless? PEDs don't stop a left hook.
True.
they help him feel better though in a fight versus Haney who
He
cut
was looking a
himself to
little bigger.
death. Yeah, no, I said that Ryan Garcia looked way bigger.
I mean,
And he didn't even have to kill himself to cut. Devin Haney
That
did.
has nothing to do with stopping a left hook. Like I get, like, cool, you're gonna probably get that loss
It's just
off
not on
your
an
record.
even level playing field.
He wasn't already on an even level. He chose to opt out of cutting
Yeah.
the weight. So, like, that has nothing to do with Austrain. I saw that it was Austrain. Like, Austrain is just like a recovery thing, like for your blood, if I'm not mistaken. Because I'm pretty sure TJ Dillashaw got busted for a very similar substance in the UFC. Like, it's a blood recovery thing. But that doesn't, like, taking PEDs does not stop your skill level. Like, it does not stop a left hook. Like, he would have gotten cracked with it regardless. He was not like. So
It makes you stronger.
You think
though.
it wasn't close enough for it to
no,
be a
fuck no.
factor?
Like,
okay.
look at the way Floyd broke down the fight. Like, if I don't know how your feelings are with Floyd Mayweather, but Floyd Mayweather talks about Devin Haney's underdeveloped jab. Like, the way Devin Haney jabs, he jabs and drops his right. So what does that leave for a left person that has a cracking left hook? Like every time he kept throwing that jab, he just cracked him. So I think it was just stylistically like it was just a bad matchup. Like it's not. Maybe Devin Haney beats him every now and then, like they've done in their whole career. But like I think Ryan Garcia beats him again easily.
With or without PEDs?
Don't matter.
Really?
Bro, like that's not.
It's weird that I feel like you're low key giving him like a just pass on literally cheating. Like he already chose not to hit weight. He already chose not to. Now he hit PEDs.
That's not a pass. That's like when you're in fighting. Like it's not like football where you're getting that much of an advantage. Like fighting takes like skill, like as far as like timing and shit. Like PEDs aren't going to help you with that.
What are PEDs?
Performance enhancing drugs.
Okay.
But no, he's able to feel stronger. He doesn't have to kill himself and recover in cutting as much as Devin Haney. Like Nick, if I went out here and was like, me and you were gonna fight, but you gotta fucking have all this extra strenuous stuff that I ain't gotta do, I'm gonna feel better in a fight than you when you come to it. If you gotta lose 30 pounds for this fight and I gotta lose 20, you're gonna feel like shit fighting me.
No, I get that, but that doesn't stop the fact that like no matter what, PEDs or not, he would have not cut the weight. He said that was a strategic thing.
No,
so like he was already gonna feel better than him no matter what. Like
then just added PED. Well, what I'm saying is like what I guess what my point is, we're out here putting like Ryan Garcia. I seen him on Instagram and all these other places. He's on a fucking tour right now. Like I don't feel like you deserve.
I genuinely believe he would have won that fight. Like after what I saw, I truly believe there was nothing that Devin Haney could have done to win that fight. Like Devin Haney looked terrible.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying like what like it feels like we're just giving this dude a pass, and I'm like he cheated in 2 different ways. Didn't make weight, and he's using performance enhancing drugs.
Bro, that's first of all that's boxing, dog.
No, it is.
Devin Haney got a sloppy
PEDs.
decision win against Triple G. So it's just like or not Triple G. Sorry, way off in division. Vasily Lomachenko.
Yeah, I was about to say Lomachenko.
So like he lost that fight against Loma, like
believe it.
easily. Well, I guess not easily, but like in my
eyes, I had Loma winning too.
and so like I don't know. Boxing is boxing. I'm not saying you should ever like use PEDs, but at the same time, like apparently is it like for sure?
Yeah, ESPN reported it.
Yeah, it was
Because like from what I saw, like right before, like it's allegedly around the timeline of Devin Haney.
No, they're saying that he tested the day before. Boxer Ryan Garcia denies using PED. He says he denies it, but
Yeah, Ryan Garcia fails his doping test the day before and the day of his upset win over Devin Haney.
and it was.
Well, I mean, of
of course,
Tests
he's
were
gonna
taken
deny it.
prior to the fight.
so it is what it is. But I mean, you got to stop a left hook regardless. Like, bro, you didn't
feel
hold
you.
up your block.
I just feel like he don't need to be on no tour like he king of the world. Like, bro, you have to cheat your way for it. I don't know.
I get it. Like but it's
we
like
just letting it slide. I'm like, all right. I mean, I guess.
I don't think anybody knew until now. So like,
No, you're letting it slide. You don't even care. You're like,
I do not care. Like as far as like because I don't think it changes the outcome of the fight. That's the only
Then
reason.
why do it? Out of curiosity, why use PEDs? Like, if I know I'm gonna whoop your ass, why I need to go?
Don't get me
shoot
down this road, bro. We're gonna
Audience, let us know your thoughts on this.
Yeah, and I say don't let me get into this
Because you'll go down the
I'm-
rabbit hole. I got you.
I'll get down the rabbit hole that you'll get very upset about.
Moving on to our next one.
Thank you.
With the Lakers being eliminated from the playoffs, what do you guys think LeBron's next move is?
That's who I was going to talk about for the record, Devin. Like, don't get me started on PEDs because Braun was definitely on PEDs, but we're going to end it there.
Who is it? In the NBA. In the NBA, who is it?
So, Devin, I'll let you go first on your boy about like LeBron's next move. That's what.
If I like what I think he's gonna do or what I want him to do.
Yeah, as he's done with the Lakers.
Nah, he ain't done with Lakers. All his businesses out there, man. Like he ain't gonna leave that. If I had my hopes and dreams, I'd want him to be traded to Golden State. I would. It wouldn't be bad to trade him Golden State.
Would that be seen as bad of a move as KD's move there?
Why? You didn't? Why? I don't see no why. I don't see why.
you're
Ring
not gonna,
chasing at that point if you're going to Golden State.
He's not really ring chasing because Warriors didn't really make the playoffs this year. I mean, yeah, because LeBron's on the team, they all think championship. Though, I mean, if you're ring chasing because you're gonna be the best player on the team, or not the best player on the team, whatever it is, you're gonna be the impact that makes you a championship team from not playoffs to there. I think it's there. I just want to see him and Steph play. I think it'd be cool. LA, I need the LA thing to end. The whole LeBron on the Lakers, AD. I need this. I need to see it. It's the same thing every year. We get the hopes, we get the dreams. It's not gonna happen. And I don't like. At this point in my time, like LeBron's 39, gonna be 40 in December. I do not care where he goes and plays basketball anymore. I do not like.
I think I'm
like
the same way,
like
for
it's ridiculous that at 40 years old we're gonna pinpoint that this man is gonna go play somewhere else. I don't think he will. I just said in my hopes and dreams I'd want him to go play with Steph, just for like 1 or 2 years. They'll get Bronny. They'll like pick him up out of the undrafted league. Like it'll just be something I'd like to see. You could trade some pieces, Wiggins and some picks, and throw in some young players. Kuminga's not bad. Just make it happen, and the Lakers will automatically always get somebody. Like they're the Lakers. Somebody's gonna come play for the Lakers with AD. Like I feel like it's just a win-win to just move on, but they won't.
I could care less about LeBron James. He's broke my heart in LA as far as like the Lakers aren't what they were at one point. LeBron's had a hell of a career, and I think he should hang it up. Like it's cool that the Lakers will probably try to honor him and get Bronny, but at this point, it's like to me his career is a joke. Like as far as just like.
Do you think his
You're
time
basically-
in LA was a success?
He won a ring. Like
By anybody but
Yeah.
LA standards, it's success.
Yeah, like
I think
he won a
LA
ring,
people
like,
would probably say it wouldn't, but he did win a ring.
but I would just say like at this point to me, like you're just holding on to like, and I'm not even. This is not a debate of like goat, like because he is one of my goats, but. Like at this point, you're pulling straws at trying to brag about the things that you've done in your career. Like you're just, I can go after the rebounding title. Like it's like, dog, like, yeah, of course, you've been in the league 20 plus years. Like, cool. So you're just kind of, he's waiting for one more achievement and then bow out. Like from what I saw in the press conference, like I truly thought he was about to say it was over. Like I would say LeBron is going to do a send off year like Kobe had in his
Like
final
sign a
year.
1 year
Like,
contract and then
I think he should. Like it's just a joke. His career is starting to be laughable to me at this point because it's like, oh, it's so impressive that he can do 25-7-7, 28-7-7, whatever it is. Like it's like, bro, like
That is impressive at 39 years old.
no, it's not. Not
It
with that
is.
body. It's not.
What do you mean that body? He that body don't wake up out of bed and go like that. That man puts in hours and dedications, millions of dollars in his body. Like we can't just out there and be like, oh well, I'm tired of it. He just does it.
I don't know. I'm not. It is what it is with LeBron.
I do think he only has one more milestone that he wants, and that's just to play with Bronny. I think once he plays a full season with Bronny, we'll definitely see that it's over after that.
LeBron. I could care less.
Go to
about
Golden
LeBron.
State, Bron.
All right, moving on to our next one. We have the rumored Spurs new stadium downtown. Would you guys go to more games if the stadium was new in downtown?
I've seen the
The mock-up looks. dope.
mock-up looks dope of it. But it's gonna be weird. They're gonna have that, and they're not gonna tear the Alamo down. They're gonna have that down there too. Still, like it's just two
Gonna be
big ass
like
buildings
down the street from the Alamo.
Yeah, it's gonna be two big ass buildings.
Like how many games do you go on?
I've been to a Spurs game in
Go
like
to
3
now.
seasons. The last game I went to
Really?
was Dirk Nowitzki's final NBA game. I would probably say I want to go see more now.
Just because of Wemby, or because of the stadium?
No, I don't ever go for the team. Honestly, I go just because, like, I go to see other players.
No, the other team.
Yeah, like it'd be cool to see Wemby. I mean, he's obviously had a great rookie season. He's about to be rookie of the year. He should be defensive player of the year. But like, I think for me, I can't wrap my head around it because I have kids like that. I'm still trying to like. I can't even think about that. But I wouldn't say bringing it downtown would make me go more. I would say a better team would make me go more.
Yeah.
So a consistent playoff contender.
Yeah, and just like maybe one more star. Like if you get like, let's say Trae Young comes, like Trae Young and Wemby would probably make me go.
Yeah, no, I get it. Like, I do that. I get free tickets to the Spurs game, so I just go when I get free tickets, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
vendors just call me up, hey, you want a ticket? Yes. So I just go.
They haven't got like that.
I mean, I buy so much shit from people. They give me little ass tickets, you know. Like, it's cool, though. Like, I do get tickets.
Not for sure. But like for the city, I think that would be dope. I saw that they had a baseball stadium mocked in there as well, so that would be pretty cool too. I don't know, like downtown San Antonio is hard to kind of get to.
But they're trying to, like,
Yeah, they've already
vitalize,
worked on the Alamo.
like, a
little
lot
bit.
of downtown. I've been seeing a lot of. I read the San Antonio Express newspaper in the morning.
That's crazy.
I do, so I be reading all this stuff they be trying to do. They be trying
Like
to
the
really,
physical copy.
absolutely not. No, what do you think? That's just I go outside and
That'd be
pick
dope.
it up.
That would be dope.
I thought you just open it up like old school while having breakfast.
Paul, I don't have breakfast. What do you eat breakfast, bro? I
He
wake
thought
up,
he basically called you super old.
yeah, like think I'm retired. Thinks I just wake up, put some bagels in the toaster, spread some cream cheese, and read my fucking morning newspaper. That's not how it works in my morning.
I don't know what you got going on in the morning. Except for your Friday mornings where you're yelling at people on the highway.
Exactly. No, I'm at work by 6 a.m. sharp, so I don't have time.
Is
for
that
all
every day? Because you be texting at middle of the night sometimes.
Yeah, 100%. I told you,
Yeah.
Like I don't go to sleep till
That's wild.
at least almost midnight sometimes, and then like I'll get a
He's got
couple
bad
hours,
sleep
and I'll wake
conditions.
up, text y'all, no response as usual, and then by 4:45 I'm up.
I'm sorry, Devin.
I'm going in there and I'm texting y'all in the morning. You know, make sure I tell y'all good morning. No good morning back. No nothing. It's all good.
Just always know that. I
just
mean to
fucking
say
with you,
good
Paul.
morning, but it just never makes
I'm
it.
just fucking with you, but I don't care. No, but yeah, I'm
Says
at
it in his mind.
Yeah.
At least.
I know. I get it from love, but yeah, no. So, no, I wouldn't. I don't know what we were talking
Yeah,
about.
about the Spurs stadium.
Yeah.
What else you got?
So the last one I got is they're gonna release a new Mufasa Lion King live action movie. Are you guys tired of these live action remakes of classic movies? Are you?
What do you mean? I didn't.
That,
What
that's
is a
that's
live
a
action?
new. So that's not even a remake. That's a new one.
I mean,
it
like
about- is it about,
remaking new
Simba?
things out of old titles.
No, Mufasa's never been done.
No, but Lion King has.
Yes, but Mufasa has never been done. So this could be super lit.
Like a backstory of.
What is
Yeah.
who's
It's-
Mufasa? That's the father.
Did you just say whom is Mufasa?
Yeah, who's dude? I watched Lion King like once or twice in my life. I don't remember who.
Devin, you
Was he the bad lion? The one that threw him off the ledge?
The one that had the scar.
Oh, that's right. His name's Scar. I'm tripping. Yeah, I'm tripping. So Mufasa is the father. I was right. Sounds right the first
You got
time.
it right. You got it
Yeah,
right.
I didn't know. So they're making a movie about him.
Yes, yes.
I didn't know that. And what do you mean by live action?
They're
all
making
these
him look
live-action remakes of
realistic.
movies.
Like instead of animation, they're going to make him look realistic because he's referencing the fact that Lion King had the animation when we were growing up. They made a realistic one. I think Beyonce plays the mother in there or something like that. Like there's a
Did
bunch
they
of
really?
yes. It wasn't bad. It was,
didn't know that.
It was.
When you say live action, like a
They look real. Like it looks like a National Geographic thing.
Yeah, but when's the last time you went to the movie theaters?
When's the last time you've touched grass? Like
movie theater?
Because this has been like a thing since COVID, like these remakes.
I had no idea.
he's not wrong, but you don't.
Honestly, I thought movies ended during COVID. Like I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody.
Oh, we know.
I didn't like. I'm still getting back to the fact that there's commercials, bro. Because I'm starting to watch TV again. I'm like, fuck, there's commercials. I forgot all about that shit.
Devin has a very great life when it comes to being detached. Like you don't
I don't, bro. I
have
don't.
no relativeness to like anything going on in the world. It's a good thing. It's a great thing.
Don't stress me.
I'll answer the question. That I think it could be dope. The last one, the live action for Lion King, Paul, it wasn't that bad to me. I don't know how I feel about that versus an animation. Like, I know I grew up on obviously Lion King, Hercules, Emperor's New Groove, like all these animation ones. So like, live action is kind of like why are you redoing this? But I get we live in a new world, so you got to keep it going.
I think it'd be interesting. You said it's a Mufasa movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like telling a backstory like a prequel.
Yeah,
to
pre-Lion King.
Lion King. So
Yeah,
seeing how
pre-Simba.
like, yeah, seeing how Mufasa came to be as a daddy.
So does anybody know what this backstory is in Mufasa, or this is about to be the?
No, it's
very-
about to
it'll
be
be
of him
original.
and Scar growing up.
No, I get that, but like, does anybody know? Like, is there
there's not
a
like
previous movie, a comic book, something about it that explains what this all is? You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't think.
So
there
this is all gonna be brand new. We ain't never seen this footage about Mufasa's life before.
Yeah, I think honestly, if I'm not, there's been like some speculation that I read a long time ago about like how Scar got his scar and how that had to deal with Mufasa, and that's why Scar hated him, like all this, and like in Swahili, if I'm not mistaken, like Mufasa actually means certain things, like so. There's like a lot of like telltale signs that you can go research, but I don't know.
Scar black. Is Scar black?
They're all black,
Oh, you're right. Africa. Well,
but no, I'm fucking with you. What was I going to say? Oh, fun fact: Scar. It is speculated that Scar ate his brother in that movie, in the animated Lion King we grew up with.
which one?
You don't remember the scene where the fucking bird is singing in the ribcage, and Scar has like a lion's head that he's like playing with?
Oh shit!
It's like speculated that was supposed to be Mufasa.
thought that was a gazelle.
No, it's a lion skull. Like you can look it up on like what a lion skull looks like. It's a lion skull he's playing with.
Yeah.
So savage.
Had no idea.
Killed you and I ate you, bitch.
Well, that's pretty much it for current events. You guys got anything?
No, thank you for coming on. Obviously, I love you, brother. It was fun, Devin. Appreciate you always being you. We're up to 1,400 subscribers on YouTube. It's a very humbling and weird feeling from my stance. I don't know how you feel about it, but it's a weird feeling. It's a very humbling feeling that people are rocking with us too, dum-dums.
Truly. Because I feel like sometimes we get in here and talk.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's what this one was. It was weird to hear some of these stories, and it's weird to sit across from Tre. It's because it's been long since we've connected. He's been gone for about 2 to 3 years, so it's fun. This whole thing is a true blessing. It's helped. So not to tangent, but like we set out to try and do this for some accountability and some type of reset for us. Like Devon, you have lightly touched on the fact that 2018 or excuse me 2016 to 2019 was your darkest times, and me and you on the phone talk about that. Like I recently have come out of my darkest times, and something that I look forward to every week, something that I'm constantly talking about with my wife or anybody that wants to talk about it, is this podcast. So it's been a very good change in my life, and I know he's called me about it. I've got all my cousins call me about it. Like it's just fun to see a lot of people surrounded by something that they can come to and enjoy whenever the hell they want to enjoy it. Like this will be something my son can listen to later on in life too. So it's a very like higher purpose thing. So it's very cool.
Yeah, it really is.
Appreciate everybody along with this ride. Devon.
Follow us, dum-dums.
With that being said, love everybody in this room. Love everybody out there. Toodles. Hey.